All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Let's get into this video.
Very disturbing letter sent to U.S. Marines telling them to get their gear ready, prepare their families, and get their affairs in order. Take a look. It was sent just a couple of days ago by a Lieutenant General to Marines saying our nation is in a consequential moment. Global events are shaping our national security and we must be ready. Is your gear packed up and ready to pick up and move? Or is it stored away in the corner of your home? Are your family's affairs in order? When the call comes, readiness will be assured, not questioned. Your readiness is not a declaration, it is a daily commitment. Then it says a mass mobilization could become reality. Check your readiness, tighten your standards, prepare your family. That letter made me think of this tweet that Stephen Miller posted just ahead of the 2024 election. To anyone still gullible enough to fall for scummy media hoaxes, Trump said warmongering neocons love sending your kids to die for wars they would never fight in themselves. Liz Cheney is Kamala's top advisor. Liz wants to invade the whole Middle East. Kamala equals World War III. Trump equals peace. It's unbelievable that Trump even has a single supporter. He is doing the exact opposite.
And as you can see, this guy started going on a tangent. But the thing is clearly this war in the Middle East right now isn't going anywhere. The results with the war in the Middle East or Western Asia has not changed. The situation with Iran has not changed. No matter how much bombing Babylon does to Iran, no matter how many times America bombs facilities in Iran, locations in Iran, right? It's as if every single time America engages in these bombings with Iran, the one who ends up losing more is actually America. Because what ends up happening is you'll have America bomb Iran, they'll bomb parts of the Strait of Hormuz, and then Iran will hit them and attack the U.S. military bases, right? And Iran attacking the U.S. military bases is doing more damage than America bombing Iran, right? So we have it to where these Edomite leaders are seeing that this carpet bombing is not going anywhere. I believe what we've had about, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe we have 9 days of straight up bombing, and it still did nothing. Right? The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Now the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, I believe, is closed. So if anything, the shriek of bombing America did to Iran ended up hurting America even more. So since this is the case, now mobilization needs to come in. Now troops need to get put on the ground if America wants to make any progress with Iran. Because the progress America has made with Iran when it came to bombing has already happened. There's not much more progress America can do with the bombing of Iran, especially with the carpet bombing. Now let's get over here. It says, now of course, this was during the time of Babylon, right? But I still think, it could be applied to these times. Why will you, Jeremiah 27 verse 13, why will ye die, thou and thy people, by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, as the Lord hath spoken against the nation that will not serve the king of Babylon? Right. Therefore hearken unto the words of the prophets that speak unto you, saying, Ye shall not serve the king of Babylon, for they prophesy lie unto you. Right. And even though this was against the king of Babylon, you could even speak it to now, because America is Mystery Babylon. America is the revived Roman Empire, right? And we are not to listen to the lies that the America keeps spewing out, right? But rather to listen to the prophets of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So let's get another scripture. Jeremiah 42:16. Then it shall come to pass that the sword which you feared shall overtake you there in the land of Egypt, and the famine whereof you were afraid shall follow close after you there in Egypt, and there you shall die. Right. You're gonna have famine. Famine's coming, right? We may not. You may be hearing things of the SPR having these barrels of oils, and things don't seem they're changing, right? When I say the SPR having these barrels of oil, I mean, they're subtracting barrels of oil out of the SPR, which is the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. And it seems as though nothing is changing except maybe a slightly higher price in gas here and there. But eventually, we'll see the results of this war all at once. It says Isaiah chapter 31, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord, right? Because now you have it to where a lot of these men, for some reason, are joining the military. They were joining the military before the draft, and they're going off into war, which I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense, right? But when the CHIP comes out and people are starving, a lot of people are going to go down to get the CHIP instead of repenting unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And we know that only Israel can be saved. Now Micah chapter 2 verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword destruction, right? And we know that America, especially right now, is in its final phase. America is in its judgment point. America is about to be bombed into oblivion by nuclear missiles in a short of 1 hour. Right? So we are not to partake in this war. We are not to, go into the military. If you're in the military now and you are a Jake, you are an Israelite, you need to get out the military. Alright? So I hope this lesson is edifying to hopeful elect and the elect. And remember, we're almost halfway, brethren. Don't take the CHIP. Keep praying to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I hope this lesson is edifying to the 144,000 and Shalom.